The rental market update for August 2022 has just been reported by the Office of National Statistics. So are rents going up or are they going down? Check out this video as we go through the detail. Hi everyone, my name is Simon Mashevich. I am from Optimize Accountants, and in this video we're going to be talking about rentals. Now obviously we're talking about the October report that's been issued by the Office of National Statistics for September. So let's go into the details. If you want to see the reports yourself, pause the video, get the URL. Okay, so let's talk about what they have said. So private rental prices paid by tenants in the UK increased by 3.6% in the 12 months to September 2022, which 3.6% compared to 13% house price increases in the year. Well, 3.6% is not much, is it? So are people looking at the rents? Because those rental increases are nowhere near house price increases. But if there's going to be a house price crash or a correction, what do you think about house prices? Comments in the box below, please. But if rents, what would happen to them if there's going to be a house price correction or crash, as some of you might think? Interesting signs ahead. ONS said in the 12 months of September 2022, rental price for the UK, excluding London, increased by 4%. I mean, it's a better than London, appreciate, but 4% in the year, again, compared to house price increases, nowhere near. What was really interesting is where rents are going increasing. And if you think about this, the further north you go, the cheaper the house is, okay? Now, given that East Midlands is obviously in the centre of the UK, as some people might say it's the centre of the universe, who knows, but it's the centre of the UK, roundabouts, but they're seeing the biggest house rental increases. And you can see there 4.7%. Now that's again not keeping up with the price of houses going up, but 4.7% is still a significant increase. And will we see rents going up even more in the future? Because if people are selling their homes because they're forced to, they're losing their jobs because of the recession, or because they want to take advantage of selling the house now before there's a crash, if they think it's going to be a crash, then are they going to be in rental property? And if so, what will happen to these rentals? London only went up by 2.8%, which is really low when you think about house prices again in London, how much they're worth. And well, the rental yield percentage is very small. But again, which area would you choose to now purchase a property, buy-to-let asset? Would you look to East Midlands because of the rental growth is going to increase? And by the way, I anticipate that the East Midlands would just continue to be quite strong. I know I have a lot of clients in the West Midlands, but actually that is kind of doing better than England as a whole, but it's still quite low compared to the other northern areas. So really interesting reading. And some graphs that, again, just pause the video if you want to on this bit, but they're showing you the regional change and then the change in England as a whole. Now, on this one, I have noticed that the lines are slightly different colour, but what you'll notice that the grey lines are the national average, and then the blue line is the regional one. And you can tell that because the lines, the way they're going. But what's interesting on that point is Yorkshire and Humber is actually doing better compared to the northeast that isn't. And they're quite next to each other, aren't they? So again, some people will be buying the north because they're cheap, but actually the rental yields, the rental increases aren't as much. East Midlands, as you can see there, the national average getting blown away by the East Midlands rental improvements of rent. People might say it's not an improvement. People say, I have to rent my house, thank you very much. It's not an improvement. It's a damaging effect. I appreciate that. I'm looking at this from a landlord perspective and property investors perspective. So East Midlands looks very popular compared to West Midlands, which is on the cusp of meeting national average. East of England doing very well, thank you very much. But then compare that to London, not doing so well compared to the national average. And Southeast is kind of pretty much spot on. Southwest well, hold on a minute, that's doing very well as well. So choosing your area is going to be the next thing for you to think about if you are going to still continue to invest in property. Tell me in the box below if you are still investing in buy-to-let properties and which area are you now going to be investing in.